Welcome to Golf in the Cosmos, where physics meets the fairway and the universe takes a swing at your mind. I'm Kevin. This is Andrew.
Hey, everyone.
How you doing?
Good. It's been a busy week for me, but love it. You know, can't help but love being busy.
Yeah. You know, we're wearing our cashmere sweaters. Check it out, the new Cosmos drop.
Oh yeah, eagle. It's an eagle putting a golf ball in a hole on the moon.
Yeah. So, yeah, get your head around that one. You know, if you cared about bogeying, then think about the eagle putting the golf ball on the moon. You know, might help you out. But yeah, 100% cashmere. It's pretty. These are pretty comfy, man.
Yeah, we were cozy out there. It was like a cloudy 60, 58 degrees, and I felt super cozy. Really good product.
Yeah. Check it out, guys. It'll be on the website soon. But yeah, we played 9, right?
Yeah, we got 9 in.
Yeah.
With a fun twist.
Very fun twist. Yeah, Andrew played with 2 clubs, and I played with 14 clubs.
Yep. All I had was my 3-iron and a putter. Could have just gone out there with the 3-iron, but you know, the story is that my clubs were in the car, and my wife took them to her job, and next thing I know, I'm on the golf course with just the extra clubs that I had in my apartment.
Well, we had been wanting to get content like that.
Yeah, we were forced into it this time.
I'm almost happy that it worked out that way, that you're like, hey, man, my clubs are gone.
Yep.
All I have is a 3-iron and a putter. I was like, perfect. We'll film that.
I wasn't mad. I didn't have my golf shoes, didn't have glove. I mean, I had nothing, and it felt liberating for sure.
I was kind of jealous, you know, like I was sitting there going, do I even need this wedge, you know, on a lot of shots?
Yeah. So. I mean, it was interesting to watch you play while I was so limited. And I'm like, man, he gets to pick whatever he wants. And I was jealous. Anytime we had approach shots, I was like, oh my gosh, this would be a perfect pitching wedge or perfect gap wedge. And I'm sitting there and I'm just forced to hit the 3-iron.
Well, it was interesting because me as a 9 handicap and then you as a +2, we were like tied after 5 holes, and I'm sitting there questioning everything. Going, dude, he's playing with a 3-iron off every shot, and I can't even keep up. Like, I'm about to lose.
Yeah.
I think I ended up winning by 3 strokes on the 9.
Yep.
Just purely by, I actually had to step up and I got a birdie. I started playing kind of well. I closed out okay with birdie par, but
yeah, I think something happened in the middle of the round where you warmed up, of course, but also you were taking a different approach with the club you had in your hand, because you go, just like Andrew's having to hit his shot with his limitation, I have to hit my shot with the decision that you ended up limiting yourself with, essentially.
Right. I didn't let myself think like so many, I feel like amateurs fall into, well, I have 14 options. So like, oh, this is the yardage. So that's this club. Like that's the answer.
Right. I think what happens is you have 14 options in the bag, but what you end up getting around each shot is at least 2 options. Right, like you actually have to make a decision between 2 clubs on every single shot, because you could go 60 or 56, you could go 8 or 9-iron, and when you have that choice at all, it really makes it hard. Where if you took out every odd club, you would actually be able to just be like, okay, this is 150, I only have a 7, a 5, and a 9, so I'm going to have to go 7 here because 9's not going to make it, 5's too much. So that actually, even if you just took away the even clubs, you would actually get in a similar position to where I was, having to not make a decision and just make a shot.
Right. Well, no, it made me reflect on where am I using my brain power? Like, okay, am I thinking so much? Am I using so much brain power on like the side thing that you're not even doing because you don't have options? Right. So you're not wasting any brain power, and then you're just focused on what shot is best. Yeah. Where I feel like, you know, you can waste a lot of brain power on like yardage is this, that equals this. And it's like, wait, did you even look at the lie? Did you even look at like what is there, you know, what's the best shot actually?
Yeah.
Or are you just following like an equation that you pre-baked into your mind?
Yeah, that you've baked in from years of playing. And
years of shitty playing.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I really like the starting with trajectory, right? Of course, you look at the lie first to see what kind of club you can get on the ball. But then before you pick a club, it's like, what kind of shot shape and trajectory do I want to see here? And then your toolbox has the thing.
And that's how you start. When you only have a 3-iron, you're only thinking that.
I'm only thinking one trajectory, one shot shape, and what a point that's amazing is I hit every fairway. So I never
unbelievable.
At the beginning of the round, I was like, man, if I get in the rough, I'm not going to really be able to hit this club because there's so much grass and the face is so flat. Then I'm like, man, I'm going to hope I wish I had an 8-iron, but I never was out of the fairway.
Right.
So I was always had a clean lie for my second shot.
100% of fairways on 9 holes.
Yeah. That's the first time I've done that in a long time.
Yeah. No, it's really interesting. And I mean, we were almost saying during the round that like the driver, any missed fairway might take a stroke or two away. So it's almost like the 3-iron hitting 100% of fairways gives those back kind of. So we were thinking if you had 3 clubs, if you had a 3-iron, a putter, the putter arguably hurt you today, weirdly. Yeah. Because you were sometimes were off the green and you would choose to putt where it's like, you're getting such a good feel for the 3-iron. Why not just...
Why not figure out how to hit a little chip shot with a 3-iron?
Right.
Yeah, it was just the 3-iron had so much heat off the face. Like something about the design and the length of the club, it would just go so fast that it was really hard to tap it. But around the green, I think it would have been really fun to just take the 3-iron.
Well, imagine if you choke up and just do a little stroke.
And thin it, start using the different parts of the club face to interact with the ball in a lighter or heavier way.
Yeah. Because it's not like it's not like your putter like heated up. Like you didn't really give it a chance to. No. Because it's like you're now making this decision on should I go 3-iron or putter? So you're basically taking away from the exercise.
Yeah, I started having to make a decision around the green, and it was.
I really think you may have shot lower if you just left the putter and just went 3-iron the whole time.
You're probably right. Yeah.
That's kind of what we felt like because all of a sudden you're thinking about a choice. Take that out of the equation.
Yeah, we want to remove the decision process to simplify the game to make a play happen.
This is my tool.
Yeah.
So now,
one tool.
Right. How do I get the ball in the hole with this tool?
Yep.
And it was cool. You avoided all bunkers. That was my worry. I was like, if he gets in a bunker, that's going to be hard to get out with a 3-iron. Like, he's going to have to go backwards, potentially.
There were times where the bunker was in between me and the hole, and I had to play, like, mini golf. I had to actually just be like, I'm going in the gap. And it was a eye-opening thing because that's kind of what you should do sometimes when you're in between a bunker and the hole. It's like, actually, don't go for the hole, even though you have a 60. Because you want to avoid the bunkers because in reality, nobody is as good as the pros are. And a bunker is a half or more
how many
stroke.
times have I hit a 60 and then it's like short and it's like in the bunker and it's like, dude, now you're getting like a 7 or an 8. But you could have
aimed to the left.
Right.
And been on the green and 2-putter for bogey.
Right.
Like a huge difference in score, at least more than 0.75 strokes anytime you're in a bunker. Like there's no way anybody's going up and down over 50%. And the pros, I think it's like 57% of the time they go up and down from a bunker.
Interesting.
Like it's really not a high percentage. Of course, there are different kinds of bunkers, so that stat is, weighed differently. If you're missing in the wrong bunkers.
Got that pretty damn close, 50 to 55%.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like nobody's good at
and
bunkers.
That's a pro.
And you watch the pros, and they look like they're hitting everyone really close to the hole.
That's just what they're showing on TV.
Yeah, it's the best players that they show on TV. And that kind of brings me to a whole segue of, watching golf on TV is such a lie to how these guys are actually playing. And that's why what is it called? The PGA, oh man, the thing where they just show like 2 groups play every shot.
Right.
What is that called?
Well, it's like ESPN Plus.
Yeah, like the ESPN
featured
Plus,
groups.
Yeah, featured groups on Thursday and Friday, especially. I think they do it on Saturday and Sunday, but
you can watch a guy get to 4 over.
Yeah, you can actually watch somebody shoot even par, 1 over, and it's like, oh, they're struggling here and there, but they're scrambling, and then they make a couple birdies. It's just a much more realistic, and I've always enjoyed watching those Thursdays and Fridays.
Yeah, when you're watching the main feed, it's like they're just showing the guys who are on fire,
who are already 22 under, and they're just gonna on Sunday pins they're gonna shoot 2-3 under, and they're just playing perfectly, and it's fun to watch like Scheffler do that. I didn't get to see any of his round today, but I guess 9 under is pretty incredible.
Well, I mean, his front 9. So the American Express is happening right now. I watched his first 8 holes and he birdied 6 of them. So I mean,
Wow.
it was pretty impressive. I was like, this, the word on the street is like he has no rust. That's what the writers are saying. No rust. He's back.
We all had that anticipation. It's like, well, he's not gonna like play that well. It's his first tournament of the season, but he's just so locked in.
I now, like, my new take is like Scotty Scheffler is gonna break Tiger's records, because if he comes out to the first event of the year playing like that, birdieing the first 6 holes of 8, finishing -9 on the day, I mean, this guy is on a mission to beat Tiger's records. They showed a nice stat that like the first player to 19 wins, or the shortest time to 19 wins, he passed Tiger on that.
Wow.
So it's like Tiger, Jack, like a couple other guys, but the quick from first win, it's one of those stats that you can make a stat out of anything. But from win 1 to
win 19, it's the shortest amount of time.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like, okay, he's kind of on a heater.
The issue is that I'm curious what Tiger's age when he did that.
Well, Tiger got he got hurt, arguably from some working out with the Navy SEALs and stuff. He kind of got lost a little bit during that time.
Yeah. When
he could have been peaking more. So, and now with sports medicine, and you can see Vijay Singh made the cut. He's like 63 or something and made the cut last week.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the age argument works the same way as it used to.
Yeah, like they're going to be able to play golf much longer than Tiger could because of the science.
Right, and they can play at an elite level longer. But yeah, I mean, Scotty is not only back, he is like ready to break records, and that's what we need this year. I mean, I think this could be a really fun year if he's coming out firing like that. If he wins, like say he wins like the first 4 tournaments in a row, I mean, golf will get so popular.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're all dying for the next Tiger, and Scheffler is a carbon copy in many ways in the stats.
Well, right, those records are starting to now. Like last year, it was like, okay, maybe. But now when I see him come out in kind of episode 1, if you will, day 1, episode 1, like chapter 1 of this year, and play like that, it's like, woo, we might be, ESPN might be getting paid off on that contract, because it's like they're going to sell some ads,
Yeah, I mean, there's going to just be way more people watching on Sunday if it can be exciting. I mean,
it starts to become like dinner conversation. Like, oh, have you seen Scotty Scheffler play? Like, he just won 3 events in a row. Oh, have you? It's like, oh, do you play golf? Like, yeah. Oh, what about Scheffler? It's like it starts to become that. Then that's what Tiger did. He became where our parents would just show us on Sunday, be like, yeah, you got to watch this guy. We were like 8 years old, going like,
it was like, here, watch
what
this.
are you guys talking about?
This is incredible.
Yeah. They're like, this is like history. Like, this is crazy. I bet he'll win. And they're like, oh, he did.
Yeah.
And it's like, didn't really matter what event it was. Even if it was a random event, it's like, oh, he's in the lead. He's on the leaderboard. Oh, now this weekend he's 5 back. Let's watch now. He wins. Yeah. This one he's 5 ahead. Oh, he's gonna definitely win. Oh no, he messed up. Nope, he won.
Yeah.
It's like it starts to get fun.
Yeah. No, it'll be really cool. I mean, the more fun golf is to watch, the worse it is for betting, because like his odds are just going to be so low because he has such a high chance of actually winning every time he tees it up. So you're just sitting there being like, should I take the safe bet and have like an actually decent probability of winning? Or do I take the sleeper and hope Scheffler has a bad day? Like, it's hard to bet when it's not an even playing field. Yeah.
Well, it's great when the bookies start to offer field.
Right.
Where you can bet on anyone winning other than Tiger, and they started doing that back in the day, and some books are offering that now, like Scheffler or field. and you just take Field or you take Scheffler and you just go, I don't care. I'll make 2-1.
That is, yeah, that would make sense
which is crazy when you think about how hard golf is.
Yeah, for someone to dominate. I mean, the domination. I'll watch his highlights tonight, but like, there's no way he's not just puring his irons. Like, to shoot 9 under. I mean, a lot of guys shot 10. I think some shot 10.
Only two guys, Minwoo Lee and Cootie.
Yeah, but a bunch of guys shot 9. Like, how many are at 9?
Yeah, you got Whaley, Siwoo Kim. That's impressive. Scheffler, of course. S.H. Kim. Bobby Mack, -9. He's my pick. Matt McCarty, Jay Day. Now, that really is nice to see. He just started like a huge YouTube channel, The Lads.
Wow.
So he's really getting involved in the PGA. Like, let them, my buddy sent me a video of Jay Day's channel. They let them film, the PGA partnered with his channel and let them film the practice round on like Wednesday or Tuesday.
Wow.
And that's like the footage that these guys don't get. Like, they can't have a guy out there filming them because of the rights of the PGA, but they partnered with the Lads. So Jay Day has like a really cool video where he plays Minwoo Lee in a practice round. Griffin, that's amazing to see Ben Griffin still. I mean, he is just red hot. I mean, honestly, if you're not betting on Ben Griffin, I mean, I don't know if he can do it 4 days in a row, but that's impressive. -9. Cantlay, -9. I like that. I have him as well. Yeah. So those are the guys. Yeah.
So my point
good
is,
list.
there's like 7, 8. So like, obviously, all of these guys are really good, and obviously the next 3 days will tell the story. But
9 guys. Yeah.
I mean, it's 9 guys shot -9.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Scheffler is just one of them, and he has the track record to say he's going to go on to win at this rate. But like, any of these guys are just as good, and it's the beginning of the season. Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, but we saw that at the Sony. Some guys went super low on day one, and it's like they just can't keep it up.
Right.
But Scheffler's gonna keep going low because of his track record.
Yeah.
No one else has that track record. So
yeah. And the pressure starts to build as you start stacking on birdies, and you're touching 14 under after 2 days. It's like, holy cow. You wonder what they might do to the course to make it a little bit harder. It did rain today in Southern California.
Yeah, but remember, this is an interesting tournament because they play 3 different courses, so you can't screw over people. You can't screw over someone on the next day just because they're on a different course.
Okay, so you're right.
So the cut's on the 3rd day.
Oh, they don't cut till after the 3rd day.
Till Saturday night. Yeah.
Okay, then we don't know. It doesn't say what course they played. I think it might on the PGA app.
Yeah. Some played La Quinta. There's actually a pretty good spread of courses, but
so Scheffler played La Quinta. A bunch of people played NT. Do you remember what that is?
Yes. That is, I believe that's the Arnold Palmer.
Wow. Bobby McIntyre.
Yeah, the NT course is the Nicklaus Tournament.
Got it. Okay.
Course.
It's all right around the same area. So
it's
they're
PGA West. They're both PGA West.
Right.
Stadium course and then Nicklaus Tournament course.
God, you look at all these scorecards for 9 under, and you're like, how is that even possible? He birdied. McIntyre birdied his first 5 holes and then made a bogey on a par 5.
What course did he play?
He played the Nicklaus
Tournament. Wow. Yeah, so I mean, it
means all courses are scoreable except the Stadium, because only Jason Day played the Stadium and shot 9 under. So he shot the low round on the course he played.
See, I like that as a pick then.
Yeah, because it's like.
And guess where they play Sunday?
Yeah, the Stadium course. So he's tuned for that course. Who knows if it fits his eye or he was just playing well. And but like, yeah, that's a good idea. If the odds like don't favor him at this point, then that's a good pick for sure.
Right. Well, and he doesn't have the track record like Scheffler to close out like that, so yeah, it's fun though with golf back. I know we started this pod and there was like not really golf on, and now there's a little more to talk about.
Way more to talk about. It would be fun.
and stuff but I kind of got I was watching probably too much, watching them on the range, and my first kind of 3 holes today I was like trying to do things they were doing on the range. Like they had all these like things set up. One guy had a bunch of training aids, and I just like fired a shot left deep. I'm like, oh, what am I like? Let's get back to like, the basics here. What are we doing?
I mean, I think what I saw in your game today was really consistent hits in the center of the face. Like there were maybe 3 shots that were bad, but like other than that, you were hitting really good shots, led to your 5-over, right? Yeah, and like that front 9 is not an easy. There's 3 par 5s, which can be challenging, and like you performed out there, and I just think you were hitting really solid shots. I'm trying to remember like where you lost strokes, and a little bit of short game, but you did leave yourself in the right spot on a lot of holes.
Yeah.
I think you're right on hole 3 when you just bombed one way deep left.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Like that was the wrong swing to do there. It was like I was at a driving range with it, and it's like, dude, this is a pitching wedge. I want you to add a little more feel into that shot.
And that's why I just encourage that idea of like stand behind the ball and see the trajectory, because then your body, no matter what you're thinking, if you have that trajectory in mind, it's like, well, that's not going to do that. You kind of have the equation that naturally comes out of you. So like, I don't know. I just think you're hitting really good shots with your driver. Like that was impressive. The sound you were getting, it sounded like you were actually turning your chest. You're actually compressing the ball and hitting through it to where you could get the extra distance, the extra 5 yards that is beneficial.
Yeah, no, that helped the sphere, the swing aid, the sphere we have.
Pro Connection sphere.
The Pro Connection sphere helped a lot. Because I before I play now, I put the sphere in and I get a little swing feel. So there's a link, there's a video and a link on golfinthecosmos.com to that swing aid. It's probably one that we back the most. We're not actually sponsored by them, but we just really like it.
Yeah, I think it really helps the chest turn on the way back. And in our recent clip of the lesson I gave on compression, I mentioned it's like, if you can't get your chest turned back, you're not really going to get the extra speed, and your chest has to turn through as well. Mm-hmm. And so if you're never moving anything, I mentioned how if the balance stays the same, there's no way to get that shift, which is necessary to get ball speed. And so with the connection sphere, it's kind of like it just promotes things that don't even have to think about.
It's just crazy that just having something in between your forearms can promote all that.
Yeah.
That drives all of these good things.
Yeah. It makes it so you can't just swing with your arms, because your arms do not stay connected when you just swing with those.
Oh, yeah. Everything's off. And you see that so much, though, out at the course. Yeah. When you see amateurs just fatigued or whatever, and they're not using their whole body.
Yeah, I mean, it's usually on the first tee or at the beginning of the round, if they set themselves up without the core and the foundation, they're just swinging with their arms, and you see a big slice or a big hook, and it's like, it's because you're trying to like do this tiny finesse thing, but if you just move it back away from your fingers and your arms into your core and your legs, like the club is designed to turn over. It's designed to be held in your hands. Like there's you're just fighting everything that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really good step too that we that you got that lesson posted. I mean, I think it's a beginning of a new series, right? The Try Thinking Deeper lesson series. Yeah. We clipped it on Golf in the Cosmos, but you have like a longer form video.
Yeah, really a 30-minute video that will be published, and the idea is that instead of thinking, wide, right? Instead of thinking like surface level, like, oh, here's one little tip that like might help with your game,
which more long form, like a podcast,
where our buddy mentioned, he's like, dude, I've been watching like clips on Instagram, and like you think it's gonna work, but then it just like is so generic, and these guys are hitting perfect shots, so like what are you supposed to learn from that? And I mean, that's kind of what the short was, but like the idea is that you go into this long form video and you get the depth of the idea.
Well, and it's like you're paying for a PGA lesson, which is either like $90 to $120 per 30 minutes. That's what they charge.
Yeah.
And you need that whole 30 minutes to really break it down, understand it in your head, and maybe pause it, do a little swing, and actually let your brain. These clips are so fast that it'll almost screw up your game. I mean, I think it happens to me, right? I mean, I watch clips, I walk in, I'm like, oh, this is going to be my new swing thought, and it's
it's the meme. So the clips, I think, drive the meme of some guy in a bar doing a practice swing with his buddy. Have you seen those where it's it's like every golfer ever, and it's this guy in a bar, it's generic, but like this guy in a bar is like doing his practice swing. He's like, that's the feel you should feel when you're hitting the driver, man. And like those clips just drive that feel. And that's why you see so many people in public taking a little practice swing.
Yeah. No, I mean, you should have seen me a couple months ago. I was telling my barber plays golf, and I'm like, dude, I think I figured it out, I'm like, after he cuts me, I'm like, so it's all about like this, the pretending there's like a chopstick in your hand and like not letting it hit you. And he's just sitting there, and he's like the blankest stare. He's like, for sure, man, we'll have a good one. I was like, no, you don't understand. Like,
this is it.
Like, I think I figured it out. Like, and it's all just like, sometimes those clips work momentarily and stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I think you're onto something. I'm really excited actually for
Yeah, I'm filming one tomorrow actually.
Oh, that's great.
With my caddy Brian. I'm gonna go to Costa Mesa. He has a track like a sim thing, and he's like, I can take it to the range. I'm like, perfect. Let's do it on a range where you get to see the ball flight and you get the numbers. So
there you go.
Yeah, the whole the
and you guys gotta remember, this guy's a +2, so it's like you can make fun of me in the comments all you want. Like I'm a 9 handicap. Like I do kind of suck. I'm working on it though. I'm trying to get that mental game in. But Andrew is actually a good golfer who could end up on tour one day, and has actually qualified for things. So
yeah, I mean it's proof in the pudding when the Miller I gave a lesson to like 4 or 5 months ago, and his handicap is literally 2 strokes lower than where it was
from working with you for 30 minutes.
Yeah. From like one lesson, and it's not very economic for me to be that good at coaching because he only needed one lesson, and we got through so much.
Yeah, you might be too good at teaching, right? I see what you're saying. Like, part of being a golf teacher is stringing them along a little more.
Yeah, it's like
don't just tell them the secret sauce.
Slow. Like, we're gonna just do putting today. It's
right?
Like, no, I start everyone on the putting green. I go visualize the putt, and then I take them to the range, and so like it's the full picture.
I see. Yeah. Well, I mean, no, that's an interesting point too. PGA professionals just string you along to keep getting that $90 per half hour. I mean,
well,
or are they actually genuine trying? But he'll come back to try to go 2 more lower. I mean, until he gets.
That's the point. I mean, I sat in on a coaching my wife got in music, and as just a side point, like this guy was really good, and I'm like, yeah, you should go back, because you can always work on more parts of the song, or a new song. And in golf, it's like, let's dive deeper. And that's kind of that whole point of the name of the channel is like, guess what? You can go literally so much deeper.
Try thinking deeper is the channel.
Yeah. Okay, and it's like the whole point is like, guess what? You can go as wide as you want, but every extra step wide, you should take 3 steps deeper.
Right. So. Right. No, yeah, and at the end of the day, all people just want to beat their friends.
Yeah. Right.
Like in their weekend games. So it's like, if you can help them do that, then they're gonna keep coming back. But to your point, right? I mean, that's not the goal, is to make a living off of giving lessons. But at the end of the day, that's why I think these videos are so good, is because you think that way,
right? Because
you're not doing it for the wrong reasons. So I'm really excited just to see where Try Thinking Deeper lesson series keeps going. I mean, I clip them, but ultimately, you have the long form, and I think that's, we'll see how many people those can help.
Yeah, it's just
it's really next level stuff.
Right. We're just getting to the foundation of certain ideas that other people say the surface level. It's like, what's that thing that, and often the idea starts from someone bringing up like, oh, I thought about this idea of compression, right? Like, how do I compress it? I'm like, let's find the first principles approach of like, what is compression? In that video, I define it right at the beginning. It's like, it's squeezing the ball between your club and the turf. Like, we're actually compressing, like, everyone's seen the compressor viral videos where they literally put anything under a compressor and they turn it on and it goes and it compresses the hell out of it.
Right.
And it squeezes it to like nothing.
To a pulp.
Right. Yeah. And so it's like, okay, that's compression. So then how do we apply that to golf? And it was like, okay, we're going to like do that. But the ground is the bottom, the floor, and the club is that thing pushing it down.
Well, and it's crazy how many amateurs don't even enter compression.
They don't take divots.
They're just lifting it completely, and it's like, oh my gosh.
They don't take divots, and they like scoop. I see with like older guys, they get scared of ruining the grass, I think. And so
it's like, hey man, grass grows.
Yeah,
grows back, man.
Especially when you fill it with sand. So fill your divots with sand.
And the sand has seed in it.
Yeah, it's not just like beach sand.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, the sand that's in the cart typically has a little bit of seed in it.
Yeah,
that matches the grass. So some courses will tell you like, don't pour the sand on the tee box because it's a different grass.
Yeah,
this is for the fairway only. There's a reason. It's because there's seed in the sand, and then that when it gets watered, it grows it back really quick.
Yep.
So it's okay to take a divot. I mean, what did you pay for?
Yeah, you're paying for like the 12 feet of divots you've taken around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I take a little more than that because I have a really...
You compress it a little too much.
I probably compress. Yeah, I probably over compress. I take it a little too far. But no, I mean, it's just you're just so good that like I feel like if you had like 3 more 9-hole rounds, you'd beat me with the 3-iron. Like you could actually take me on. You're about to calibrate it. You just don't have enough time to do it.
My shot on 9, the 3-iron's hard to figure out how to get it in the air with a soft swing.
I feel like the 6, which is Thad Daber's record, by the way.
It makes sense.
I feel like you would have beat me today in 9 holes if you just had a 6.
Yeah, because I actually didn't need as much distance as I had with the 3-iron off the tees. Like I could have gone no par 4 would have been off limits with
his record was 2 under 70.
Yeah,
on a par 72 with us, and he played with a 6-iron the whole time. So that's our next. I mean, I really think if you had a 6, you would have smoked me. Like,
yeah,
that's all you needed.
I mean, it just would have made it much easier on the approach shots. And
the 3s, you had too many that rolled over, through, and past the pin.
Yeah,
and it was like, dude, if that's not going in, that's going past. And it's like, oh man, yeah.
And then
so
past
subtle.
The green, we've talked about how there's no design app back there, so you're just kind of in no man's land.
Mm-hmm. But it's too hard to get the 6. You could actually gauge it probably. Like,
yeah, well, I could hit it low and deep, and then I could hit it high and soft, and like I can actually shape a 6-iron, so it would make shot shaping much more realistic. Where with the 3-iron, I was hitting bump and runs all day, and they just go too far.
Yeah, I mean a 3-iron's 18 to 23 degrees, so you're basically have a hybrid. Yeah. And then a 6-iron's 29 to 32 degrees. Yeah. So you're getting much closer to that, 48, 9-iron.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't go
32 degrees.
It wouldn't go 225, 230 off the tee, but it would go 200. And
it would probably cut it all in half perfectly.
That's especially at Los Lagos. It would be like...
I think any course. It would cut par 4s perfectly in half.
It's
like 180, 180,
180, 180 is 360. So yeah, it would be pretty much cutting a 400-yard par 4 in half.
Yeah, and then you can like close the face to make it like a 25.
I could play these like tight draw, like these big draws that just go an extra 210.
Right.
And then hit a high cut to go 150. Like that's how vast a 6-iron can go.
Well, that's what 29 to 32 degrees gives you. It's like it's close to that 45. It's like perfect for golf because you can kind of lean it one way or the other.
Yeah, you can open and close. Where with the 3-iron, no matter how much you open, the sole of the club has a certain bounce on it, and like you start hitting the back of the club on the ground.
Yeah, you start to lose that edge.
Yeah, if you had a 0 bounce 3-iron, you might be able to figure it out.
right.
Because it would be like shaved off.
Open your stance a bunch or close it. Yeah. Right. Physically, there would be a way, but the bounce throws that off. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll probably be a good video, is discussing like wedges, because you figured out something with wedges today, where instead of just going full swings with like the idea that, okay, I might take a little bit off this, but then pick the other club if it's too far, you actually started to relax your arms and let the club do the work. And you found that like they were flying way straighter.
Way straighter.
The face didn't get screwed up.
Right.
Which is what matters on a wedge, is like that face needs to be perfect.
And I was able to save par from some that were short, and I almost saved par from it's like, it's just, for me, there was no point of trying to, because when I would full swing it, I would like miss it. Sometimes I would miss it completely because you're swinging so hard.
Right.
Thinking that it's like, you're just gonna, it just never worked out properly. So.
Yeah, you start messing with the face when you're swinging hard.
Yeah, the face gets way off.
I mean, you should slowly move that back to your 9-iron, to your 8-iron. Like, take that feeling across through the clubs and see how you can connect that sensation, because that's really how every club becomes once you get close enough to it.
Yeah.
Because the release those shots had, I was like, that sounded like my shot. With a wedge. I was like, that softness but center of face hit has so much control and power that like when I hear it hit the club really hard and it's like bang and I see it go flying, I'm like,
the spin's all messed up.
Yeah, you swung just too hard. Like the weight of this club is actually going to send it the same distance you just hit that with ease. And that's what I saw with Miller last week when he wasn't swinging hard, but it was going an extra 15 yards with an 8-iron. I was like, he figured it out. He figured out that sensation of like relaxation leading to actually more distance.
Yeah, no, I'm due to beat him. He's beaten me by like one stroke the last couple times we played with questionable drops in the round. Yeah. I'll be honest, but and Miller, you know exactly what I'm talking about on those holes. But But again, I need, like, how I hit those wedges today felt really good. And I agree. I mean, I think that's nice to hear that you noticed that, because I consciously was like, I'm done doing this full, swinging because it's 100. If it's 90, I'm hitting a full 60. It's like, dude, I'm going to go a 50 and do a half swing or a 3/4 and then watch it just go straight. And if I get the distance wrong, that's on me to go to the range. And check those distances. But the straightening it out stuff, that's scary if you're full swinging, because it's like, dude, you can go to the range and work on that for a lifetime and you'll never get that on.
No. No. That's why the foundation should be that like sense of throwing the ball with a wedge. But I mean, you're totally on the right track with that. And you're totally right that like you go to the range and you see everyone swinging really hard. Like, why is everyone swinging so hard on the range? It doesn't produce any positive effect. You might even be using a trackman or whatever and be like, I got an extra 5 yards out of my 9-iron. I'm like, but the pin was 5 yards short of where you were hitting it before.
Well, your video was really interesting on the ratio of launch angle and spin
and ball speed.
I'm sorry, ball speed and launch angle, because it was like, they're not, there's different ways to correlate them, in the sense of like, it's not just about maxing out both.
Yeah.
Like sometimes a lower launch angle, can help. Sometimes the swing speed can help.
Yeah. The idea was that we should be able to have like launch angle. You need launch angle to carry a bunker in order to get the flight right, so it's not bouncing and rolling. And what we did was say, hey, we're going to lower the launch angle on purpose to gain some ball speed. So we're not going to care about the bunker there because we're on the range. Like there is no bunker. So how do we increase ball speed with a low launch angle? And then we're going to apply the launch angle after we increase ball speed through compression.
But it's like one thing at a time.
Yeah, we removed the idea of, oh my gosh, there's a green with a bunker in the way. I have to carry that. Okay, I got to lift up and hit it high. Like that was not the solution, even though it is the first point that you arrive at when you think about how to get there. How do I get it over the bunker? Okay, I lift up a bit and like throw it high in the air. It's like that's the intuition, but this game is counterintuitive. So we kind of broke it into two pieces where it's like we're going to hit knockdowns until ball speed is high enough because we're actually compressing and squeezing the ball between the club and the turf. And then all we added was an open club face at impact. And that's what's going to send the ball higher. We're going to increase the loft of the club, but with the same sensation of a knockdown.
I see.
And then we saw both numbers go up. So we saw ball speed stay at that 100 miles an hour, and then we saw launch angle go up to 22 degrees for an 8-iron or something like that. So it's like we broke it into two pieces, and we saw a benefit of doing that. So it's just like on the range, you should try to break up your goal into multiple pieces.
Right.
You should not just see a goal and be like, how do I hit this shot? It must be one solution. It's like usually it's like you're doing two things wrong, actually. And it can be great to simplify it and say, let's do one thing first, increase ball speed, find a way to do that. And then once you have that ball speed, it's like, how do I just apply one extra thing on top of it to say, okay, let's get the launch angle up a little bit higher.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what's cool about having the sim is like you can break down these things to instead of like be like your elbow's here, be like, well, let's work on this number by doing this, and be like, well, I don't like that shot. It's like, no, it's okay. You know, this number first, then we'll work on this stat.
Well, it's why now I know why, after playing on a sim a couple times, why the pros are as good as they are. Because over the last 10 years, sim tech has gotten so good.
Well, that's what Freddie Doubles was saying on Spaces last night. We were on X last night.
I didn't realize until he mentioned it. I was like,
he's like, they won't shoot lower than -22 because, you know, they won't shoot better. I'm sorry, they won't shoot worse than -22 because they have trackmans.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what? Oh, yeah, I see. Like,
it turns out you can do a repeatable thing with your human body. Like we are really good at training.
Because of data.
With the data to influence what you're doing, you can actually repeat the same thing over and over. We all wake up in the morning and make our coffee, right? Like that's a simple example of something we do every day, and we scoop 8 cups or whatever it is consistently. And these pros
I just pour it by eye.
Oh, you pour it by eye.
But I usually on the same.
You're like, you figured it out.
Right.
And
I
you
think,
can, like you're close enough to make birdies here and there.
Yeah.
With your
like,
coffee.
This is a damn good cup.
Yeah. It's like, I nailed it today. And then so every day you get a little better. But these guys do that with these numbers, and turns out they can go to the course and actually reproduce it.
Right.
Like that habit develops.
At least like 3 out of 4 times or whatever. Yeah. At a certain percentage. But before you had TrackMan, you can't, it's all feel, so you really can't. Your
coach would have to tell you yes or no.
And he doesn't really even know.
They're guessing, but also an experienced and good coach. Like I was going to mention, like, I can close my eyes and listen to your shot and be like, that was good or bad.
Right.
And so these super experienced coaches could be a mile away and be like, you lifted up your knee or whatever.
Yeah. Our buddy that joined last night, Freddie Doubles, had a cool tweet that was like, I can see their setup and just call, and I know if they're going to hit a good shot or not.
Right.
Like, and it's kind of true. It's like, you don't even need to see the shot.
No.
And even for putts, sometimes I'll miss it, and I'll be like, that was the worst fucking setup I've ever had. I'm like, what do you think that's going to go in? Like, what do you mean, man? Like, you know.
Yeah.
So you almost need to take a snapshot of your, like, when you're at your setup and whatever, you do your breath, and then it's like, okay, if that feels off, it's like that it is going to be off.
I mean, the fact that we filmed every shot today is going to be interesting to look back through once you edit the video.
Right.
Because, like, I'm going to see my pre-shot routine and be like, is it consistent? When was it
Right.
not consistent? And be like, did I miss hit the shot there potentially because it wasn't consistent?
Yeah.
But like my tee shots, I'm pretty damn sure if I watch back on those videos, I did the same thing every single time.
Yeah.
And I pured my 3-iron every single time. So it's like that. I'm going to take that pre-shot routine and take it to every single shot.
No, and right. And that's just visual. I want to get like more data. Like I would like to do like some sort of breath monitor to see well, first and this goes back to Parbe because he wears his watch all the time. So heart rate, I would love to know. Like I would love to see on all of our shots, like if we could have a stat for heart rate, if there was a way of understanding, are we breathing breath rate, I guess.
Right.
I'm getting at.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I want to get, which I've now gotten a lot cheaper, is like you put this thing in your arm, the blood sugar monitor. So it'd be like, I fucking double bogeyed. Be like, dude, your blood sugar fucking went down so much. Like, you should have eaten a granola bar. You know, like at what point was my blood sugar spiking or dipping?
Yeah.
You know, so those three things, you know, I would love to see like what was my heart rate, what was my blood sugar at, and then what was my breath rate, and then that, you know, what equation of those three things made me get a triple bogey.
Yeah, and I guess the final metric is score, right? like
right. Well, then
score.
And then then you tripled because, and it's like, because to me it's like those are the final, and then the TrackMan, of course.
Well,
on top of that, but the TrackMan needs to add in a little blood sugar, like little needle. You know, like we just need a few more stats. And then we might be able to just become full robots and play like perfect golf, you know?
Yeah, I like that. I definitely like the heart rate. I've used that before. I've talked about that on the pod before. Tracking it, I wouldn't hit a shot unless it was under like 105 beats per minute.
Because you're wearing an Apple Watch?
I was wearing a Fitbit because it tracks it constantly right on there, and it was really easy to see.
That's funny.
And so that kind
of has, it's correlated with breath a bit.
Totally. Yeah. Well, that's how I would fix it. It was sitting at 112 or 120 because I'm nervous, or I just walk to the tee and I'm like, and you know, and then it's like it slowly drops, and now you can hit. It was like, it was cool.
I'm telling you, add in blood sugar with that, and then you know, and there's an app on the phone that connects to those things.
Yeah.
You see people with those little things in their arm or their leg.
Diabetes, right?
No, you don't even need it. You don't.
I know you don't need to have diabetes.
Well, but you can. They're so cheap now that. But it is weird because it's a permanent. It's a thing that's in you temporarily.
Right.
You like put tape over it.
Yeah, it has like some tape.
But it's actually testing your current blood sugar level.
I'm sure somebody's tried it or thought about doing that. Maybe it's worth an experiment.
Yeah, I might order one tonight and just put it in just to because I'm curious like what foods spike my blood sugar. You know, it's like it's a whole thing.
It's a good thing to monitor.
But I really want to know like what makes me double bogey. You know, like is it a blood sugar issue?
Usually it's the brain making a bad decision, but maybe the brain's making a bad decision because your blood sugar.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now we're playing 3D chess,
which is real. I think we've all sat on like the 13th, 14th hole. You have after that hole, you're about to say to the group, "Man, we're almost done here today." You know, that comment that comes every round, somebody says it.
Yeah.
Right before that, you're struggling and you haven't eaten since hole. Maybe you haven't eaten at all, and you're just like losing it. And next thing you know, you make a double, and then you go, "Oh man, we're almost done."
Yeah, right. I mean, that's why I feel like you had to focus on holes 10 through 14 or 9 through 14 or something. You noticed on your scorecard just a trend that you would start screwing up on 10, 11, 12. And you're like, okay, let's fix that.
Yeah.
By thinking about it. Right? I mean.
Yeah, it's kind of like getting in front of it by bringing it to your conscious mind rather than letting the subconscious like force it to happen.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm going to act upon this and be conservative on those holes because I know I par when I'm conservative. I might not birdie. It's crazy though.
But your stats were saying that you go over par.
Exactly.
So you're like, well, let's fix that by
aggressiveness.
Because I know I can par.
Yeah, because that aggressiveness leads to bogeys going over par
on these 4 holes.
Yeah, it's just a consistent.
That was really an interesting insight that you found.
Yeah, and I think a few rounds I was really focused on it, and I shot even par through the back 9, beginning of the back 9, and It was good. It was a good exercise. I've moved slightly away from that.
But it really worked for a few months. Like I've
Yeah.
noticed that you were like, okay, I parred those holes. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, that's called like one step closer to,
Yeah.
you're getting away from
Yeah.
going over par.
Yeah. Then the weather got bad, and I'm just like got over golf a little bit because
Well, we're
just
getting.
winter.
Listen, the PGA just restarted. They're Guess where they are? California. So if they're playing in California, let's
follow
go.
the tour. That's something we learned. It was like
Yeah,
wherever the tour is, that's the best golf you can find.
it's the best weather like in the world. If they're playing in your state that week, it's like it's probably really good.
Yeah.
There's a reason they planned it for that. Like Palm Springs, this is perfect time to be in Palm Springs. It's like, let's go.
Yeah.
When they're at Pebble, it's like that's a perfect time to be at Pebble. Like, let's go. Like
Yeah.
when they're in Arizona next week, it's like guess when the right time to play in Arizona is? Next week. Like not in July.
No.
Okay, like
No, it's a big difference.
So we did learn that they.
If you want to play good golf, you can go fly around with the tour.
Yeah. Guess when a good time to go to Hawaii is? Like last week. Like,
Yeah.
when they were in Hawaii. Like it's you'll have a great time, and the weather's gonna be good.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, for the rest of this tournament, I don't think if Scotty wins, I mean, it will just everyone. He'll do his.
I
post
really
interview.
hope he does.
Yeah.
Because golf needs that fire.
Yeah. I just think in the post round interview, he'll be like, "Yeah, I was just hitting my blah 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 really well, and the putter was hot, and that's."
Oh yeah, no, he'll never be like Tiger on the microphone, but that doesn't really matter as much because it's like if you're breaking Tiger's records, then that gets people's attention, and we just need if he actually can win one of one, then it's like then the conversation starts of like, could he win every tournament of the year?
that he plays.
Could he do 2 of 2, 3 of 3? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like every single one he plays.
Yeah, I mean, how long can the streak go? Yeah.
Things start to get kind of fun and interesting, and you watch his odds start to go to like 2 to 1 instead of 3 to 1, and it's like, oh my god, how good is this guy? How and it's like this is the game we all all the listeners and stuff, we all play it. Like how how good can you be? At this current moment too. And I was thinking about too, like he's playing with the new clubs, the new technology. Tiger kind of peaked out at a time when the technology was still a little bit, he was like hitting kind of older clubs further than everyone because he was stronger than everyone. But now it's like the technology is caught up. I mean, we've almost peaked out with technology where they're trying to do almost a rollback.
Oh yeah.
Right. Like they want to be like, can we make their golf ball not go as far as, the ones we sell? And it's like, it's a very controversial issue for sure. But when you see a guy like Scotty, if he can actually if he can go 4 days in a row and shoot -9 every day and blow everyone away, it's like, how are you figuring this out with the same tech?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else seems to have this supposed advantage.
It's called the Cosmos.
Yeah.
It's called the mental game.
Yes.
Is all this is for these guys.
Yeah,
he solved it.
Yep. You start to wonder, what has he figured out mentally?
Yeah.
Right. Like, and it's like, is that how I can beat my friends? Like being, mentally.
It is in the long run. It's how you beat anyone because other people will literally quit the game before you do if you are more in the Cosmos.
Yeah.
And it's just like that. You can only do so much physically and with tech and everything, but like that extra 20% layer or whatever it is truly just comes from the mental performance.
Yeah. I mean, these guys all have access to the same, technology that he does. But so that's why I love seeing a dominant figure because you can clearly point out this guy's thinking differently.
Yep.
This guy's thinking deeper. This guy's in the Cosmos. So
yeah, exactly.
So yeah, we're stoked to see what happens this weekend, guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Check out the new sweaters, the cashmere sweaters.
Oh, yeah. Real nice.
Yeah.
Comfy. Let me
we got
show it to the camera.
Yeah, we got the eagle patch on the side. I mean, this stuff's pretty clean. And just going to be a little close-up of it. Yeah, we got the eagle has landed. It's a little blurry there, but... Oh, there we go. Yep. Nice. Yeah, Cosmos Golf in the Cosmos .com, guys. Thank you all so much for listening. It's really been fun. Some of the fans we've been meeting and stuff has been great. We had a great little discussion on Spaces on X last night.
Yeah, I think we'll continue. I think that's a great way to do that.
The betting, the pre-tournament stuff, because now that we're in the season, there's some of you guys like to bet on golf. We get that, and so do I.
Come and chat about it. Bring your ideas.
Yeah. So we'll let people on that. So follow Golf in the Cosmos on X. But again, if you're with us, thank you so much for following us on this journey. We love you all, and we'll see you out there on the links.
Peace.
Thanks, Andrew. Peace.